All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier iHypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. Today's theme is a very powerful one, especially as a healer, as a coach. If you're at that point in your journey where you're really looking within. And of course, if you are a seeker, this topic is equally, if not more important. And of course, I'm talking about listening to your inner voice. Now, the question, of course, is one: what is inner voice? And how do you know it's your inner voice that you're listening to? Could it just be your confused mind that's speaking, or that mental chatter that's happening? The truth is that whatever it is that you're hearing on the inside, like right now as I'm speaking to you, I can hear my own inner voice. And so I thought, what better than to share with you some of my thoughts on, listening to one's own inner voice and what that means, especially as we as healers and coaches, and of course as seekers. So a simple frame is three. It's like a three-part frame. The first is really to listen, right? The point was to listen first, because very often when we are, let's say we are in a relationship, or and that relationship could be with anything or anyone. By that I mean, you could be, thinking about, say, the clients that you work with, or the people that are in your life. And ever so often, we are confronted with. Ever so often, we think about the relationships that we have, and very often we tend to not listen inward. So one thing I can definitely tell you is that, after having practiced this for quite a while, um, the important thing is to first listen. And when you listen, that gives you a perspective on what's happening on the inside. Maybe your inside voice is telling you something that you've known all along, and you've been putting off what it's telling you. Or possibly your inside voice is telling you that change is coming, and no matter how much you try and push it off, change is coming. So as I said, the first thing is to listen. The second thing, of course, is to share without judging. Now, what do I mean by share without judging? Again, a lot of this is social conditioning, and we tend to hold back. We tend to hold off from speaking our minds, speaking our hearts. And so what if you shared before judging? Now, I know on the outset it sounds a little risky, it sounds a little, would you really do that? And the truth is that only time can tell. So that is again something to reflect on, that what happens when you share before judging. And of course, if you have reached this phase where you not only listen first, but you also shared before judging, now we come to the third part, which is where you literally allow the ripples. What I mean by that, of course, is that when you share without judging, there will be ripples, right? People will respond to you. People will say things either openly or in their own minds, and this is obviously going to create ripples. The question again is, you know, uh, are you okay to allow the ripples? Because again, most of us as human beings, we are kind of trained to be safe, to play safe, to tap into the safety of the tribe. And so therefore, once you have spoken without judging or before judging, and shared before judging, there will be ripples. And sometimes they can be positive ones. Sometimes, of course, these ripples can be something that maybe on the surface they're not as pleasant. So, as I said, these pods are made for you. These pods are made keeping you in mind, especially as a healer, as a coach. And my intention is, of course, to be there for you as your personal guide. And as always, if there's any way in which I can help you, please do reach out and let me know. And I really want you to know that I appreciate you. And our community is here for you. So if you aren't already part of our community, come and explore it, especially as a healer, as a coach, or even as a seeker. If you're looking to be in a space of loving individuals who are here to truly support you, then this is your space. And I, of course, look forward to seeing you in the next pod. As always, remember, having said all of that, to live your purpose. God bless, and of course, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.